going on, everybody? It's Retro Handhelds 24. Today we're going to be looking at Xenia emulation through Gamehub again, and we're going to see what games we could get working. So we're going to start off with this one, but I gotta... You know what I gotta do? Don't want no copyrights. Make sure that's... Nope. Turn that down. Okay. Controls. So this game works, but it doesn't work. So I'm just going to show that off really quick, and then we're going to play a game I haven't tried. And in fact, this is, it's kind of creepy, but you'll see what I'm talking about. And this is at 720. After I show off some games, I will make another video of how to edit the Xenia configuration, or at least what I kind of been messing around with, basically to change settings. So typically you would use Vulcan, and you can change it to Vulcan, but in this case I have it set to D3, D12 as for the GPU. So yeah, he's like in X-ray mode. See his eyeballs.
Where'd she go? That bitch took my skull. I want you 50. Let's go. We can get through here, around here, homie. Let's go.
Obviously there's a lot more we need to fix.
Man, I'm out, 50.
Yeah, but as you can see, there's too much going on. And stuff stops working. So we're going on to the next game. It's gonna be really complicated to try to figure out how to fix that, but just thought I showed off. In case you guys are wondering, it's 720. I'm just using different DXVK. But in Xenia settings, it's set to D3, D12. So that's what we're going to be using. You're supposed to be using Vulcan. And I was using Vulcan or set it to Vulcan in Xenia, but I didn't see much of a difference here. So we're just I'm just testing it out basically. At least with the 50-cent game, it was exactly the same, except D3, D12 provided a little more performance, oddly enough. And we gotta be ever so gentle with the mouse, because if you click the wrong thing, things will crash. I have to bring it up here. So I got my little Xbox 360. Alright, so let's try Street Fighter. Or Street Fighter versus Tekken. Alright, it's loading. So it's so sensitive. If you click it like I did and you don't know. And honestly guys, you might get away with a lot of this on the portal. At least the smaller games. But as far as the certain games like Crackdown and I guess Star Wars Force Unleashed, you know, it's not going to be the same. And we'll see, because I don't even know if this is going to work like playable. Gotta do my thing here. But you know what? This is And it's very glitchy and very complicated. But it's surprising that we're getting away with a lot of games. By me, that a lot, I mean 2 so far. I mean, look at this. But once we get to gameplay, things might change. Oh no, not tutorial. Okay, whatever. It's just to see if things work. Ooh. Okay. All right. Where's my kick? Yeah, for some reason, that button works. That button works. So I have 2 buttons that don't respond to controls. Because I should have a kick button. And as you can see, B is not doing anything. Alright. Well, I can't do no kicks, so. Alright, we're gonna close that up. Maybe take that off? I wonder. So like I said, you could drop the res. You'll probably get away with Street Fighter versus Tekken running perfectly. Okay, here we go. Gotta be so careful. And we'll see, because that might have messed everything else up. Oh no, maybe not. Oh Lord have mercy. Can I just click that? Yeah. Alright. Alright. Hopefully that fixes the buttons. Because 2 of them weren't working. Oh, we're going easy. Very easy. Alright, whatever. Okay, whatever. Okay. I probably shouldn't be playing at 720 though, that's the thing. To get a full 60 on the elite chip, like, ridiculous. But as you can see, we're gonna not be at 60. But then again, we are asking a lot of this device right now. Do I have a kick? No kick, no kick. What the heck? I have to just use punching. Can't even get a... Can do a shuriken? I got one button that works. There we go, we got one. Alright, come on. I still lost. So I'm missing kicking. Don't know why I don't have kicking on here. Hadouken! There you go. This damn D-pad. I'm gonna blame it on the D-pad, it's me. No, but if you look, like, you gotta go down and like that. You can't roll it really because it doesn't, as you saw, it wasn't registering for me. So I go, there you go, okay, I kind of, like, the B button's not doing it. Here, hold on, let's see, let's go to controls. Medium kick, yeah. What the hell? But it responds that way. Might be the D3D thing. I don't know. But when I press B, nothing happens. Oh, my back buttons work. That's interesting. Okay, I lost anyways. Alright, so this game sort of works, except B doesn't register in the game, but it registers in the menu. I don't know. That's a me problem. That's not going to be your problem. I don't think, at least. Looks fantastic, though. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Unfortunately, this is how guys to do it. And if I want to switch back to Vulcan, it's a whole process. And I'm not going to do that just yet. Alright. Alright, let's do John Woo now. I was gonna say, I don't want to sound overly confident, but I was like, I know this game's gonna work. Who needs Xbox 360 emulator? Just emulate the fucking PC. It's so ridiculous. Oh, yeah, we need an Xbox 360 emulator. Glitching. Who knows, though? Did it crash? Oh no, look at that. Now this might be a game where Vulcan will might come in more handy than D3, D12, but who knows. Oh, whatever. If we want the full screen, just stretch it. Okay, I'm invisible. But you've seen that kind of happen with 50 Cent too. Alright. Oh, okay. Oh, left trigger.
You don't belong here.
Okay. So there's that. Alright, so let's go over tutorial real quick. We'll do a little change. So I'm gonna go into Winlater and I'm gonna go to my downloads. I'm gonna go to my Xenia manager. I'm gonna go to Xenia Canary. Okay. And then so we want to change Xenia settings, right? Right click it. Go to edit. And then there's a whole lot we could do here. But for right now I'm just gonna change the the GPU basically. So I was using D3, D12, I was trying to test that out to see. And you basically saw what I saw. So some games work pretty well. But, you know, since we're using Snapdragon, Vulcan is the way to go. Let me scroll up a little. Hey. There's things you could do like deactivate VSync and stuff like that. But you see GPU equals D3, D12. So this was set to nothing. And then if you look over here, it says you have options to use any D3, D12, Vulcan, or null. So we're going to use Vulcan this time. So the way we would edit it, it's actually really hard on here. And I do mean really. Alright, so now I have to do this, right? This crazy maneuver on the screen that doesn't want to respond. There we go. And I gotta pull up the keyboard. Alright, so we're gonna take that out and we're gonna just type in Vulcan. Right? And then we're gonna get rid of the keyboard. It's very sensitive. But then we're gonna go to File. We're gonna save it. So now our GPU is gonna use Vulcan, right? Theoretically, as you should on Snapdragon. Alright, close that out. Now we may not see any sort of difference, but it's worth seeing because that's what I'm trying to do for you guys. I'm trying to find the best settings, and this is the way you gotta go about doing it. And as you saw that long text document, there's a lot of things you can mess around with, but it's all gotta be typed out and changed from true to false to whatever value. There's a whole spiel on that. Okay, so now we're back here. Let's go here. We'll go to, well, I guess we could do open recent. Let's do that. Yeah. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. No crap. There you go. Alright, we're good. So we'll see. Or not. Ooh. Wow. Interesting, right? Back here. Let's do it this way. I have better luck when you just go looking for it versus doing recent. But who knows, maybe it just won't play the game now because it's Vulcan. Oop, no it did. And also, too, if you got a portal, you might just win. I gotta do more testing on it. You're not gonna get this kind of performance at the resolution, but you might get better visuals because the drivers. This does take a minute. Oh, it looks a little better. What's crazy is just from the little bit of testing I've done with this, and it's basically this video with you guys, it's just like the performance is almost better than RPCSX doing it this way, but it's because this thing is a beast. You know, it's very demanding, and the wattage, you could probably get away with the ANEOs in the portal because it's only at 12 watts right now. Or it's not completely invisible. Oh yeah, Vulcan, way to go. Okay, but wait. Right trigger. But since, like, look, I'm here. You know what? Oh shit. Okay, let's. This shouldn't matter, but maybe it does matter. Let me turn these back to analog and see if that fixes the situation. Nope. Now I can't get up. Wait, yes. So controls is definitely something we have to look into too, because half my buttons work and then they don't. See, that's wrong. These buttons don't do anything. I can move around, but I can't shoot. And also, my right stick, you can see I can only turn. So something's going on with the controls. But it works, and it looks a lot better on Vulcan. Alright, let's do one more, then we'll call this video a half-ass video. But again, I just wanted to see if any of these other games would work. But I did notice, I mean, I couldn't tell really in Crackdown because you could barely move. But I did notice that I was like, I can't tell if I couldn't shoot the gun, so I was like, what's going on? You know what, actually, let's cancel this. Let's do that. And that, again, that's my bad because of the controller situation I got going on. I mean, I'll turn it all on, why not? I just love how we're using an emulator to emulate an emulator to emulate Xbox 360 games. Okay, I've never played this. Okay. Hope my controls are working. But I should be able to skip this, right? I gotta tell you, I do not like analog. So we're gonna go back mid-game. Yeah, I'm gonna say that my controls don't work, so. My bad. Don't do that. Alright, maybe that. Let's just do it that way. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But the game worked pretty well. Sorry, I know it's out of focus, but like I said, I go to open, so open recent. I think that just is too much sometimes. Ah, so cool. Should be able to skip something. So yeah, I think I need to. We'll try it one more time. And then I will be calling it a day. Alright. I don't know, man. Might be that game too. Who knows? Sorry, I was just thinking too, because the controller support. Oh, there you go. Of course. All right. Okay. Whatever. mean, I did a few things to the settings. So if you guys want,
Watch yourself, Joe. You're on
oh, I mean,
data
we'll see how this
property
plays.
now.
I think I might
Vulcan
revisit
employer wants you
Crackdown.
to break in, undetected.
But this might be...
Mega corporations don't take kindly to intruders. Security is tight. Cameras, laser tripwires. Nothing you can't deal with, but I'm on hand just in case. Let's start with that spider bot up there. It's locked down the door for repairs. No time to hang
See
about.
my...
Shoot it and get out.
See, there's something with the controls. Press Y to select the weapon, right? How do I... Oh man, see my... I don't know if I'm doing this or... I might have to figure out the controls here. There's something going on with the controller compatibility. But, okay. So it's another game that works, but since my controls don't respond correctly, that's going to be in here with the coding. Or maybe a patch. It's just so hard to figure out. But let's do one last one. And we're going to just see if there's performance improvement, not control improvement, because we, as you guys saw there, that still needs to be improved. I don't think Star Wars is going to get better visually because of the glitching. But let's see if this one works now. Like the beginning always is nice, but once you get to the loading, I mean, I'll be able to, if it, from tweaking the settings all day, not all day, but the last hour or so, we'll see if there's any improvement. I don't think there will be. Well, my A button definitely works, I'll tell you that.
It's all gone to shit, and it just keeps rising.
Oh no, we're at 6 frames. We're at 5 frames. Nope, we're at 4 frames. I'll try Gears of War. I doubt it's gonna work. I think it'll run worse than this, if anything.
Here it is, the agency garage. Stand
Yeah.
on the purple authorization
This game is
point
just
to gain
too...
clearance.
But you see how
Choose an agency
this, I
vehicle.
can't move this around, only left and right. I know granted we're at 5 frames, but I should still be able to look up and down and it's not responding correctly. Oh. This is one of the tougher games. Alright, so all that stuff that I did. Didn't do much for this game. Okay, that's gonna be it for today. If you guys got questions about what you can do in Xenia settings by editing the TOML file, let me know. I'll do my best to answer them, and just also be like, let me know what device you're using. If you think you're gonna get away with this on the RP5, think again. It's not gonna happen. But I can't say that for sure, so don't quote me on that because I didn't test out it on the RP5 or Flip 2. It's just that it's very demanding, and some of these games, not all the games, but some of them are lightweight games, and they work just fine because it's, you know, the Elite chip. I didn't test those games on the Portal, so I don't know how they're going to work on them, but you can always lower the resolution, and you can always edit the backend to reflect Vulcan. It did help me with John Woo with visuals, and I'm sure it would probably help with other games. 50 Cent didn't help. It was the same X-ray thing going on. So that's either a patch or something else I gotta change, but I don't know. Just let me know. This is a lot of fun. And it'll be more fun once I figure out how to get my controls to respond correctly, but if you have built-in controls, I think you're gonna be just fine, especially with like getting it to work. So I guess I'll have to test it out on the Portal. And I don't mean to say it like that. It's just I spent a lot of time editing that file for Xenia on here, so I got to do it and copy most of the settings onto there. But you can increase performance by lowering resolution, but you can do that in Gamehub. You can also make the game go faster by 2 times, 3 times, whatever. See how that works out. Not sure if that will reflect higher frame rates if you can't run the game at 30 frames a second, but it's just going to take more testing. But I gotta say, it's not as bad as RPCSX, kinda, but it's not meant for Android either. At least this is designed somewhat for Android. Even though when you really look at this and all the settings, it's all the same kind of settings that are in RPCS3. So, you know, maybe the translation is a little better, but for Android, but you've just seen the performance on the games that I just showed off at 720. Besides Crackdown, most of them work almost at 60 frames a second, or 30 frames a second if the game's capped at 30, which is pretty impressive. But again, it could be because of the Elite chip, the amount of RAM. Who knows? I'll have to do more testing with the Portal. But awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. I don't even think I need the fan for this. Probably do, but either way. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. You guys have a great rest of your night. Take care.